Hey all, welcome back to Oh Brother Comics. I'm Nick, and in this video, Matt and I had the extreme pleasure of being able to attend Planet Comicon 2021 in Kansas City this year. We met a ton of great people, content creators, comic artists, writers. We got a bunch of signatures. We picked up a lot of independent comics that we will be reviewing in a later video, so check back for that. And without further ado, let's go through a quick montage of the con itself, and then we will be right back to show off what we picked up. All right, so as you can see, we had a blast checking out all of the tables, getting to talk to a lot of the creators, and just going through tons of long boxes, picking out some issues that we were intrigued by or needed to fill our personal collections. So first up, we stopped at Devil's Due Comics and talked to some of the guys there. We picked up an exclusive cover of Trailer Park Boys and got them to sign that. If you have not read that, it's a collection of short stories, and it is amazing. So as I was talking to one of the creators there, I saw this comic and had to pick this one up. The cover artist was there, so he signed this one, and the internal story, the first story, because this one I believe is also a collection of short stories. First story writer was there, so he signed that as well. Next up, we went to Gabe's Cave and picked up a copy of Office Place. Now, all of these comics that I'm going through here in the first part are independent comics, and we will be reviewing these in a later video this week. So the guys over at Equinox Comics, they were super cool. They signed the Chronicles of Rachel Strand, and Matt, I believe, got a different copy called Equinox. So we'll be reviewing those as well. Then over at Black Magic Wolf Productions, I believe it is Home, and this was Todd Black that we met. Super cool, great stories. They all gave us like quick little overviews of what their stories were, and they all seem really, really cool. Then we went over to Confidential Comics and picked up copies of A Night in Kansas City. This one looks really cool, so we will be reviewing that one as well. Then over at Demon Weasel, we picked up Mythpocalypse. And then we went over to, I believe his name is B. Clay Moore. He writes for Aftershock Comics, and his story is the Miles to Go. So this one was really cool. We ended up stopping there right before the con closed for the day, and when we bought his package deal of the 4 issues, and he ended up giving us some really cool variants as well. So picked up that one, and then issue number 2, and he signed all of these. Super cool dude. Issue number 2 again. This is another variant that he threw in. Issue number 3. And issue number 4. So really looking forward to going through and reviewing all of those. So definitely check back. All right. Then I brought these with me to get signed by Doug Mankey. So these ones, I just thought when these first came out that they were amazing covers. And these are the 1 in 25s. So I had to get those signed. And then up next, we had Dennis Hopeless. And he had a short box of comics that he had done art for. So I went through and found some cool issues. I got Vader, Dark Visions. And then War of the Realms, Strike Force, The War Avengers. All right. And then one of the guys that I was super excited to see there was Rob Davis. And that's because I grew up on Star Trek comics, and especially Deep Space Nine. And he did a lot of the art in those. So he signed a lot of these for me. And I actually did not know he was going to be there. So he had a short box that I got to thumb through and pick out quite a few issues for him to sign. Picked up a few issues of Deep Space Nine that I did not have. And I had actually never seen this one before. I don't know how well you can see it, but it is a hologram version of issue number 1 for Deep Space Nine. And then he also did some of the art on Pirates of Darkwater. That was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Issue number 7 as well. All right, and then Bill Morrison was there, so I picked up a copy of Futurama Comics, and this is the International Comicon exclusive cover. And then we did get, we stood in line and got Stephen Amell's signature. Let's see, Rick Burchett was the next one, and he also had a short box of comics that he had done some of the cover art on, so I picked up a Batman Adventures. And then finally, we also went over and met Andy Brace, who did some of the cover art for like Doctor Strange, G.I. Joe, and also Predator for Dark Horse Comics. So definitely had to pick up one of these to get him to sign that. All right, so first up, I picked up issue 118, and this is the first appearance of the Destroyer. It is a low-grade copy, but still awesome to have in my personal collection. Up next is issue number 135, and this one is the introduction to Mjolnir's name, as well as Fafnir's first appearance, and the origin of the High Evolutionary. Then up next, I got issue number 148, and this is the origin of Black Bolt and the first appearance of Wrecker. Up next, I got 149, and this is the continuation of Black Bolt's origin and the also the origin of the Inhumans. Up next is just another issue that I was missing, 163. I love the art on these old Thors. Let's see, 173 is also another issue that I was missing. And 175 is the same. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the glare off. Let's see. 184 is the first appearance of Infinity and the Silent One. And 185, another hole filler. And 188 is the origin of Infinity. And this is the first appearance of Ego Prime, issue number 199. All right, then I got a copy of 201, which is the first appearance of Black World, as well as the origin of Ego Prime. All right, up next, issue 202, and this is the first appearance of Jason Kimball. 207 is another hole filler. And 210, the same. Just amazing art on all of these old issues. 211 is also another hole filler. And 223, I don't believe that there was any significance to this one either. The 239 is a key, and this is the Heliopians, the team appearance. Let's see, 243 is the Time Twisters. That's the first appearance of them as a team. 246 is the Thor vs. Firelord fight. 257, I believe, is another hole filler, as well as 259. 261, again, another hole filler. 265, the same. 270, also a hole filler, as well as 271. It's really hard to find a lot of these 200s Thor issues. This is the first appearance of Roger Norvell, who later becomes a version of Thor. And 274 is the first appearance of Frigga, Hugin, and Munin. Those are the Ravens. This is the death of Balder, and also the first appearance of Sleipnir, Odin's horse. So this is a really big issue. 279 is actually really hard to find because it is a bondage cover, and there's so many bondage cover collectors out there that just pick it up. So I've actually been struggling to find this cover. I don't collect bondage covers, but I do collect Thor. So it's been a little challenging to find that one, but finally found it. 283 is no significance, I believe, just another hole filler. 306 is the origin of Airwalker and Firelord. And then 385, there's no significance to this one other than it has an amazing cover with Thor and Hulk. And then 412, I believe, is the first appearance of the Night Thrasher and the New Warriors team. So, all right, and that is it for my Thors. Actually, I did get some additional one-shots and mini-series comics, so I can go through those really quick. I did pick up Tales of Asgard, issue number 1. Let's see, the Chaos War, Thor Chaos War, issue 1 and 2. I picked up Thor Crown of Fools. And this is just because I am trying to put together an entire collection of all Thor. That's main line, all of the volumes, the miniseries. I know it's a impossible task, but I hope to one day be able to complete the impossible. I did pick up Blood Oath, issue number 1. I was missing 1 and 6, so I did find both of those. I picked up the Mighty Thor saga. And then they call him Thor. I had actually never seen this issue, and it's not on my spreadsheet. So then I got the Thor Legend Special Tribute. And then this is the only one I was missing from the For Asgard run, issue number 6. And then I picked up Ages of Thunder and God Size. And then I picked up this one. This one was just random. It's a low grade copy, but this is the Submariner number 67. And this is the first appearance of his new costume. And then this one I had also been looking for. This is the Age of Republic Jango Fett for my Star Wars collection. Those are my two main collections, Thor and Star Wars. And I did pick up a few issues. At the very end, one of the stands threw up a sign that said buy one, get one free for all of their back issues. So I picked up some Star Wars books. This one is issue number 19. And then 28. Sorry for the glare. 44. 45. 74. And 75. All right. Well, that is it for me for pickups. Oh, I did also get a print of Timothy Zahn as Thrawn, and we got to talk to him for quite a while, so that was pretty cool. Definitely one of my idols for Star Wars character creation. Thrawn and Mara Jade are some of the best characters ever created. All right. Well, that is it for me. I will throw it over to Matt to show off what he picked up.
What's up, everybody? This is Matt with Oh Brother Comics. Nick and I just both went to Planet Con in Kansas City, and so just giving our quick thoughts about that. I'll go over some comics that I got, some people I met, and then some indie artists that we're going to be reviewing and reacting to. But first of all, just it was a super fun con. Maybe I'll just talk about the people as I met them. Got a lot of signatures. It was really good. The artists were being super generous. One dude was Hopeless, who for this particular signing is he's done a lot of work, I think, with like a lot of companies. But this one was particularly Marvel. Just got him to sign. Try to see how to get this glare. Cool. And I'm not gonna go over every little title, but just got some good signatures. Again, a couple from him. Hopeless, cool dude. And then let's see, we got, what was his name? Probably gonna butcher his name. Bruchet, I don't know. Burchettt. Bruchet, I don't know. He had a lot of fun books. He did a lot of like kind of the animated Batman series, and then like Justice League, stuff like that. Good dude. We met Braz, who who is done a lot of work with Dark Horse, but then has also has done some stuff with like Marvel and whatnot. But he did the cover of this issue for Hulk, which was really cool. He had a lot of cool stories to tell with his experience with Marvel and Dark Horse and what it's like working for each one. A lot of good stories. I'll let him, y'all could DM him about those. Then we got to meet the great Roy Thomas. He was super awesome. The people that he has around him on kind of his entourage was really cool. I had him sign a couple Conan books. We got Conan, Savage, what is it? Savage Sword of Conan, and I got one of his older ones here. And yeah, that was really cool to see. On this one, it was kind of cool. We found out talking to him that a lot of the characters he does is like people in his life, whether it's like, I don't know, friends or family, who'll use their likeness and put them and create them as characters. So it was cool hearing about how, like, you know, he butchered one of his, whatever it was, his, sorry if I don't want to misquote, but it was like stepdaughter or daughter-in-law, someone like to that extent, or niece maybe. But he like butchered her in issue 10, and the guy, one of the guys that was there was giving me, he was like bummed I didn't have, this is number 11, but he was bummed I didn't have 10 because he's like, oh, I was in number 10. And at first I was like, what are you talking about? But then, like, as I just explained, he puts their likeness into his characters, and it's really cool. And then I met Andy Parks. He was really cool. He's mostly an artist, but this is a issue that he wrote. I believe he told me this was the first comic he ever wrote. Again, I could be wrong, but I think I'm pretty sure that's what he said. But yeah, he was like super cool dude. He seemed to like appreciate signing this. That was kind of a cool moment. We met Mankey. That is, so I got him to sign Superman number 1. He I kind of felt bad for that dude. There's people like, because this dude, he wasn't charging anything for his signature. He's kind of he's a known name. And people were just bringing him like stacks to sign and not even giving him a tip or anything. So I could see how that would be frustrating. So tip your artists, man. Like tip your writers. Like give them something. Trailer Park Boys, we got to meet a lot of a couple of the artists and writers of the Trailer Park Boys series. They had a lot of fun stories. Those were probably one of the funnest dudes that we met. I think those were the first dudes we met too. Just walking around the con, I saw the Trailer Park Boys, had to get it, found out who they were, got the signatures. Amazing stories, really, really cool. Just telling me like little interactions they had with the actors, mostly over like email and stuff like that, or through third parties. But yeah, it's just really cool. They had really, really funny stories to tell. Got to meet Amel, the dude that played Green or Arrow in Arrow. I just had a random comic book, had him sign it. He wrote, you have failed this city, and he got the ad with him on top. He was pretty cool to meet. Celebrities, they kind of follow their own time of when they show up and when they leave, but he was nice enough guy. And it's actually cool just because on this one I actually met Manu or something. I have no idea how to say it. The dude that played Deathstroke in the show. So I can put like both their signed comics side by side on my wall once I get a room situated. Oh, here we go. This one was cool. Timothy Zahn, who does a lot of novels. He does a lot of sci-fi. He writes a lot of books for Star Wars. Thrawn #1, which is just a comic version of his Thrawn novel series. He was probably the coolest dude we met. He was fun to chat with. We got some pictures with him. I think we talked to him for, I don't know, like good 5+ minutes, somewhere in there, 5-10 minutes, I don't know. And he was just super down to earth guy, really, really cool. He talked about how he created Thrawn and Mara Jade. He was definitely, him and the Trailer Park Boys were probably some of my favorite dudes that we met. All right, the next few comics, these are just some pickups, some sweet pickups. Actually Nick found this and got it for me because he's a cool dude. Nice cousin, always good. I'm always on the lookout for Wings comics. You can find, they'll be beat to hell, no covers, like pages gone, tore in half, and it's still gonna be worth like $100. But this one he found for 35. So this is my first Wings comics in my collection, thanks to Nick. And huge, awesome. It's definitely yellow. It's definitely aged. It's definitely got some tears in it, but I'm always on the lookout for these, and they're always like so expensive. I don't know. This one not worth much. Got for $1. Savage Dragon versus Turtles, awesome. This one was a good pickup. Sandman, what is it, number 25? I got it for, as you see, $5. I think, and it's in really good condition, so it's probably closer to a worth of maybe somewhere between like $10 to $20. So pretty good pickup. Always looking out for Sandman. Definitely loving that. And then also talking about Sandman, super scored on this one. This guy had a lot of bins for half off. When I bought it, he was like, I don't know how this got in there. But I got this for, he marked it for 10, half off, got it for 5. This thing is, I mean, it's pretty good condition. There's a little bit of yellowing. It's not really beat up, but like the cover is pretty good. I would definitely say it's worth than $5, worth more than $5. I think it's a good pickup. I think it's a sweet find. And then also in the half off bin found, World's Finest, pretty good old comic, Martian Manhunter punching out Superman. Doesn't get any better than that. And then all right. So those are just some like fun finds. Nothing like super key issue about those or nothing. Or I guess, this one would be considered like a key. And this one is a key. It's like a first appearance of does it say? I don't know. I know it's a first appearance of somebody, but I know that's a key. Um so the next few are just some indie artists that we are gonna do a separate video where we're going to go over we're gonna read their stuff. It's gonna be like just super unknown, super small time, like super small names, and just talk about what we thought about their comics. But this is Mythpocalypse, done by these dudes: Cleveland, Smith, Muniz, Brown, and Corbell. Their company. Let me see if I can find it. We talked to a lot of them. I don't know, but it looks like their website is demonweasel.com. But yeah, here's number one. Looks pretty cool. Just initially looking at it, it's all black and white, which I love. I love the black and white. I love the art. If you can get kind of see in there, it looks like there's like a Minotaur-esque looking character. It just looks dope. I'm super pumped to read it and review it, react to it. We met another one. This one done by Black, Chua, and Garcia, called Guardians. This is the cover here. This guy was really cool. He was dressed up as Ash from Pokemon. He was really cool. I'm trying to find the company. Again, it's like Black. Hold on. Black Magic Wolf Production. Just want to make sure I get that right so people could search it up. Yeah, again, the art looks great. Super nice, colorful. Haven't read it yet, but I'm going to again react to it. Of course, we got them all signed. Another one, this dude was super awesome. I have, so he gave we have 1 through 4. I got 2 and 4. Nick took 3 and 1. He signed the first 2. It's called A Night in Kansas City, which is, I think they're from Kansas City. Trying to find, written by Daniel Gargalio, Sam Kramer, illustrated by Luana Vecchio. And then on and on, there's a few others. I'm trying to see the name of the company. Pretty thick book. I'm excited to read it. The guy was like super cool, super down to earth. 9 Kansas City, August, by Confidential Comics. So that looks like that's the company. Again, all black and white. Really cool. Here's the cover. Here's number 4. I don't want to open. I think he'll put his phone number in one of these. I think it's in number 3. So Nick's probably got it. But yeah, be super excited again. Some indie guys. We got Office Place, signed by some of the creators of that. Super excited to read that. A little bit smaller. It's kind of looks like it's based off the Office and Office Space, maybe. Oh, definitely more Office Space. Let's see. Written by Marty Rosen and Brandon Johnson and Nick Ray, drawn by Tone Rodriguez, and their company is Aequitas, Aequuitas, Aequitas Comics. Again, this is the cover. Looks like it's definitely a play on Office Space. Office Place makes sense. And the last one I got is Equinox. Here, I got it in the cover. Let me take it out real quick. So I got Equinox. I know this company. They have another book that Nick is talking about. That they said is their bigger book. But yeah, this is it. It looks really good. I like just looking at the cover. I like the art. It is Timothy and Aaron present Equinox. Trying to find. Yeah, and the company is called Equinox Comics. We met the artist again. Always got to get it signed. Trying to find. Okay, written by written by Michael Lay, and the art is by Kent Clark. And then there's definitely more on the team. But yeah, another comic. Super down to super stoked to break down. All right, well there it is. So those are kind of the people that we met. Some of the comics I got. I think the whole vibe of it was really fun. It was yeah, it was a good time. It was like a big event, but it didn't seem overwhelming. Everything was really easy to find. You know, you could just do a few laps around, and that kind of took up the whole day. A lot of fun stuff for sale. Overall, the crowd was really fun. A lot of cosplayers. Like, I mean, you go, it's just kind of your basic convention. Um, but yeah, it was a really good time. Nice little, 3-hour trip to KC. Like, fun to spend time with Nick, and yeah, super fun time. It was a great trip. Looking forward to reading these indie books and letting you know what we think about them. Check them out.
All right, well, that is it for our trip to Planet Comicon 2021 in Kansas City. If you liked this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up icon, as well as hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to us. Go ahead and hit that notification bell if you want to get notified of any of our future videos, especially if you're looking forward to our reviews on the independent comics that we picked up. All right, well, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.